And what's the one thing that you stand firm in your belief as coaching all levels? Is it something similar that ties everything together?
Yeah, everyone has greatness in them.
Man,
It's just,
I love that. Say that again for me, please.
Everyone has greatness in them.
Everyone.
And it depends. It's just really our job to get them to believe in it
and get it out of them.
And understand what it takes to get it out of them.
Whew.
No, I ain't playing with them. No, I ain't playing with them. I ain't playing with them. No, I ain't playing with them. All of my chains got bands in them. I knock them out of my hands in them. Now I ain't playing with them. Now I ain't playing with them. Yeah. These niggas know I ain't playing with them. No, I ain't playing.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We back at it again with another episode of No Cap Sports Talk. And today we got the legendary, my man, good friend, great person, Coach Corey Bethany in the house. What's up, Coach? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I can't believe I was able to catch you and get time to have you on the show, bro.
You got me on spring break.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So before we get started, I'm going to give a shout out to our sponsor today. I want to give a shout out to Hustling Heart, Mr. Pierre Desir, the owner of the gym. Appreciate you letting us have this opportunity to shoot here. Give a shout out to Underrated Films, who make us look pretty, as you see. But we about to get started. My man, what's up, bro?
On top of that, man, Pierre, you did your thing, bro. Like, this is nice, man. This is nice. Definitely something we need for the St. Louis City.
Yeah.
You know, and a football-based facility with performance and everything. But shout out to Pierre for doing that.
Shout out, Pete. Appreciate that, fellas. Yeah. So let's dive right in. It's about you today, man.
Nah.
You the star of the show now. What's happening, bro?
What's going on?
So, Coach, tell me about you as a person. Where did you start your football career, or how did you start off in football?
So, you know, I'm from St. Louis, so, you know, the St. Louis question is where you go to high school.
Yes, sir.
You know, so Marquette Mustangs.
Okay.
First graduating class of 96.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I told my age. But,
that's all
you know,
good. That's all good.
First graduating class, you know, proud alum of the Marquette. So I played there, and then I went to William Jewell.
Okay.
In Liberty, Missouri,
nice.
In the suburbs of Kansas City. And then from there, I played arena ball. You know, I was on the Show Me Believers here in St. Charles. And then that was the River City Rage. And after that, I got into coaching.
So what position did you play in football?
So I was a DB in high school.
Okay.
And then in college, I got switched over to receiver.
Yeah.
You know, I was like $150, you know, trying to play corner. And then back then,
oh yeah,
they run and toss sweeps at you with pulling linemen.
Cutting, so, was they trying to cut at you?
Oh no, they didn't have to cut at me. I was at their knees.
Okay, I got you. So they was trying to take you out.
Oh yeah, they was just running over me. So
okay, got you.
You know, it was an opportunity to get on the field to play receiver. So I moved over to receiver, and then an arena ball. That actually gave me an advantage because back in the day you had to play
both sides.
Defense,
right?
Yes, you were more valuable, right?
Okay, yeah.
So was able to play a little bit of defense, and then you know really got involved in the receiver side.
Nice, nice. Mm-hmm. So tell me this. So you started playing, you made it all the way to Arena League. So that means you had some talent as well. When did you decide you wanted to flip over to the coaching side?
So I didn't realize coaching was even a profession.
Makes sense.
Okay. So
especially back then, we didn't know.
I started Little League, Matthew Dickey, Bulldogs, you know. Shout out to Coach Washington.
Hey, they doing their thing.
I mean, and some of the guys on that team are coaches as well. So he developed a group of leaders.
Nice.
And so when you've been playing for that long and you go to a high school, a brand new high school in Marquette,
right,
you end up being the leader for your peers.
So how was that dynamic, being a new school, trying to get that transition to make you guys great? How did that dynamic go?
So we started off as a sophomore, and then, you know, the next year we had juniors, sophomores, freshmen, and then the next year we were the seniors and stuff like that.
So did you guys end up being successful that time? Was it?
We was 500. We was like, I think our senior year we was 6-4. Okay. You know, we beat Lafayette. That's what matters.
That's
you know?
the rivalry, huh?
So y'all, you know, a lot of those guys split up. You know, we were supposed to go to Lafayette. The school got way too big, and they started a new one.
Nice.
And so, you know, they're like our brother sister type school. So that's a built-in rival in Rockwood School District.
So
But
okay.
me being, I would never had an upperclassman in high school, so we was the leaders of the school coming in and throughout since I was a freshman. Because we went to Selvage. We went to Selvage Junior High.
Okay.
And so we were the top dog of the 9th grade, 7th through 9th, and then you go to Marquette and you the oldest in the whole building.
Man, that's got to be tough to start a fresh program like that.
It is. We had a lot of talent though. We had a really a good group of guys, and Coach Dan Olivo, who I just talked to on Wednesday.
Nice.
He was our head coach, but it was good times. As always, every high school you have a good time.
That's true. That's true. So then you got into your coaching show.
Yeah.
Finish that story. Let me hear about it.
So, man.
As we didn't know you get paid to coach as
right. We didn't know those checks that they was cashing as a profession of coaching. But
yes,
I was coming home from one of those long bus trips, indoor games, and Coach Scott Pingle.
Oh, nice.
At CBC.
Shout out.
He was the receiver on the team as well.
Oh, wow.
And so we sitting there on the bus, and I go, man, I really want to get into coaching. Now, he was in education, teaching, and he was coaching at CBC at the time.
All right.
As a, assistant coach. Mm-hmm. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. And so he said, man, I think you'd be great at it. And so the opening came up where they was interviewing as a receiver coach at Lindbergh High School. And Coach Tom Beauchamp was the head coach.
Good dude.
And so, yes, absolutely. So I ended up interviewing with him and got the job as the wide receiver coach.
All right.
So I was there with 3 years, and then ended up joining Scott at CBC and was there for 6 years.
Yeah,
and then
I remember seeing you doing great things over there, man.
And then I did 4 years at St. Mary's. So, and while I was doing all of that, I was coaching arena ball too. So,
wow.
It's a hustle, man.
So now we got a shout out to your wife. What did your wife think about this, man?
Oh, listen. So
support system. But we always talk about it on this show.
So when I was playing, I treated the arena game as a part-time job.
Yeah.
When you're younger, you work a part-time job to make ends meet.
Definitely.
We had 3 young kids.
Yeah.
We had our kids early. We was 23 right out of college with our first child.
Makes sense.
And so I looked at it, playing football as a part-time job. We got paid to do it,
right?
But it wasn't going to keep the lights on, right?
Exactly.
So I always had a good job. I worked at Bank of America.
Oh, wow.
AGL, which is now Wells Fargo.
So you was doing that and football?
Yes.
And oh wow.
So I wasn't coaching yet though.
Okay.
So and I was coaching at Lindbergh, and AGL got bought out by Wachovia Securities.
Yeah.
And then Wells Fargo bought out Wachovia Securities. So when Wells Fargo bought it out, they was like, well, you can't have flex hours, so you can't coach.
Wow.
And that's why I was like, wow.
What?
And I was like, oh, nah.
But you see the hat, right?
Yeah.
Real hustler.
I'm a hustler, man.
Okay.
And this shout out, man. This is William Jewell. That's where I'm at now.
Congratulations.
A young man, Ishmael Mitchell. He this is his brand.
Shout out.
Yeah,
man.
he's Chicago, Illinois. So, I always uplift our young folks.
Hey, that's what we love.
And if it represent what it is, the real hustler.
Let's get it. I love it.
And we had the hustling heart. You know what I mean?
Hey.
I thought it was very fitting.
Very fitting.
I'm always on brand.
I see that, man. Let's go. I'm vibing with you, coach. I'm vibing with you. So let's keep this story going.
So I'm at Wells Fargo, and I put in my 2 weeks, and my boss was like, no. Let me work. Let me talk to them. Let me understand. Because I can go in at 6, be done by 2. That's my 8 hours.
Wow.
And go to coach.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I've been doing, right?
Uh-huh.
He wasn't going for it. Well, they didn't really have the conversation.
Really?
So the first day of practice, 2 days coming on. My desk is clear. It's cleaning this couch, boy. I'm sitting there, it's like, hey, look, I got to go to practice. And I can't be late. And the guy, my boss wasn't sitting in. He wasn't in his office. First time he came back, he gave me the finger. Wait, one minute.
Okay.
Came back, he wasn't in there. Everybody looking around like, is he really gonna walk out?
Yeah, damn right.
I walked out. The wife wasn't on board at first.
Understood.
And I'm gonna tell you this: you got to know when you're doing your God's work.
Yeah.
Because I have not had any financial hiccups as we were when we was working there since I've been coaching.
Man, that's a blessing.
And
bro.
I'm telling
Shout
you,
out to you on that, man.
and you know how much
I do.
high school coaches make, and you know how you trying to put ends to meet and all that stuff. And me walking out of that place really was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Man, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's what they call, like, that's what I'm saying, that real hustler, right? We talk about it. That's your confidence in yourself. You didn't even think twice about it.
Well, it was, coaching came so natural for me.
Yeah.
Relating with the young kids. I started off Platinum Stars.
Wow.
North County. My brother was doing some stuff. And he's like, hey, come help me coach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'll go handle with the kids.
That's how I started coaching.
And then my kids started growing up, and of course he's getting into football.
You coach your son?
And so with Herbert Hoover, the Future, the famous Future team in the city, he played for them. I was helping with that as well. So I coached Little League, I coached high school, I coached arena.
And now
I coach college. So, but
awesome.
Helping people is really the basis of it. And I just use the sport of football to do that.
And so this whole time you started coaching, it's just something that seemed like it's come naturally to you.
Yeah.
And you didn't coach every level. So you got the little bitty babies, high school, college. And what's the one thing that you stand firm in your belief as coaching all levels? Is it something similar that ties everything together?
Yeah, everyone has greatness in them.
Man,
it's just,
I love that. Say that again for me, please.
Everyone has greatness in them.
Everyone.
And it depends. It's just really our job to get them to believe in it.
And get it out of them.
And understand what it takes to get it out of them.
Whew. Love it, man.
Everyone want to be coached and disciplined, even the ones that don't act like it. So you gotta
the ones sitting in the back of the bus.
Even the ones that you like. But that's on us too.
Cap.
That's on our coaches too, because we thinking, that kid don't want to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does. You gotta approach him at a different angle. Everybody want to be rich.
You're right.
Everybody want to be successful.
Yes, sir.
Everybody. I don't care what walk of life you've done,
what occupation, no matter
anything.
what
You want to be successful in it.
You do.
Our job is to see it in them and bring it out of them.
That's what's up, man.
And success is different in everybody's mind too.
Facts.
So that's the hard part of it.
Yeah, because some people's success, the bar real low.
Yeah.
My bar super high.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
That's the way I was raised.
Yeah.
And I know your bar high. I know you for a long time. So our bar probably over the top. But that's all right, though. That's what we came to do. You know what I mean? Is be pushing kids or athletes to do the most that they can. That's our job as a coach.
And I'm okay with even universities, organizations, they have different levels of success.
True.
You can go 12-1 at Alabama and
get fired.
And they looking at you, got to look over your shoulder.
Real talk.
And 12-1 at another university is kind of like, oh my God, they putting a statue up for you.
Man, I understand. So how was that coaching at CBC at the private school, and you going to St. Mary's? What was your standard? And I know what it is, but you can explain that standard. What's a bad season for you guys? For you know what I mean?
Expectations.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, everyone outside of the room, of the locker room, or the building, have different expectations of you.
Of you guys.
Yeah. And honestly, at CBC, people place a level of expectations on you.
Right.
Now, we weren't that when we first, I started at 2010.
Yeah, I remember that.
We was just, a team trying to get by. Couldn't get over the hump of the Smet, right?
Right.
And then we just start stacking, you hear the word stacking the days, and you just start, here's our standards. And we never waver from that.
Really?
We never blink an eye from it. This is what we want to do.
Okay.
And it's going to take hard work.
And that's some leadership, man, because for
Yes.
you to say, okay, this is my goal, and this is where my level is, I'm not changing it.
We don't change.
So no matter what, this is what we're doing.
And then once, you become successful, it's almost expected now.
Is it a lot easier to have your guys buy in once you start reaching that goal or to setting that level so high? What about that?
That's a great question. Look at you, you getting good, boy.
Oh, man, hey,
That's a great
I'm
question.
learning from you guys.
No,
You know
but
what I mean?
it's not a man. So it's not hard to get them to buy in when they see the difference in themselves.
That's deep, man. That might be too deep for the people.
See,
man. You didn't flip the whole script.
We don't worry. I don't worry about the end results.
Makes sense.
And people don't realize that. Like people get so fascinated on the end result.
Yeah.
But if you focus on your mentality and you
Yeah.
go see instant results like from day to day. The players gonna see instant like, man, we can turn on film from first day of practice
Right.
to the middle of the season, and they gonna be shocked at themselves.
That makes
Like
sense.
I wasn't able to make that block in August, right? Now I can.
And I think that separates winning programs, losing programs. Like some guys that coach, and I coach at Zumwalt North. Shout out to Coach Bacon again.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys always, some teams think it's about the class that come in.
Right.
I don't never think about that because unfortunately, we don't have that say, oh, this class gonna be good or not. It's whoever there. That
Well, we
wants
don't
to
either.
work. Right.
Private,
You
I
gotta
say
go
we.
get people.
Private schools don't
That's true.
either.
That's
I want
true.
to let you know. Here's the difference. The public-private school. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk
real
about
quick.
it. It's huge.
Because it's a big thing in our city, and they want to split and everything like that.
Right.
Coaching at a private school prepared me to coach in college.
Yeah.
Because you have to attract the kids to come to your school.
Right.
No one is looking to go pay to play somewhere else. No one is actually like, man, let me go find the most expensive school to send my. No one is doing that.
That makes sense.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you have to do the social media. You have to have the uniforms up. You have to look like a good program from the outside.
Right.
When I first got to St. Mary's, they was 1-9 before I got there.
Wow.
I've been in St. Louis my whole life, and I didn't know where it was at.
I never heard of St. Mary's.
I live 7 minutes away. So immediately in my mind, that's a problem.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then I'm driving to school, and I'm seeing all these signs in the yard. They going 20 minutes out of the neighborhood to go to school.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the foundation of schools and churches, it's a community thing.
True.
People are prideful for their community.
Really?
Yeah. Southside people are very prideful of their community. Just like I'm proud of being Northside.
Yeah.
Dayton.
Yeah.
People that know me always like, you from Dayton? They know I'm gonna say that at the drop of the hat. But Southside people are very prideful.
Okay.
So you combine that to giving them resources.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The best thing that St. Mary's did was build the turf.
Yeah, man.
So now I don't have to drive. Think about how far you would have to drive to get on a turf field.
Yeah, the aesthetics make a difference, man, for kids.
You know?
And athletes in
And
general.
so those families get accustomed of driving out 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
So leaving their community to go
Leaving the
somewhere
community
else.
to go
Come back.
to do what they need to do to get their son to play football, to get them some discipline, right?
Yeah.
And then, so when they get into high school and they's like, oh, I'm going to school,
Right.
out here.
Right. Exactly.
They'll do that with the blink of the eye.
Yeah.
But you try to get a kid from that place to come down to South, they say, oh, man, that's deep. That's way down there.
Right. Well, it got to be a reason. And like you said, when you was there and you attracted those kids to come to a place where they know that was nice, where they know they're going to get good coaching, where they're going to get discipline.
It's hard work.
And hard work. But the hard work is justified because, look.
Yeah.
Look what we turn it into.
Yeah.
Now, ain't nobody going to be no fool and work hard and ain't getting nothing out of it.
Now, I would tell you this. public schools can do the same thing.
Well, we do.
You guys do.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Mhm.
Because I've lost over 20-something kids in my 15 years
Yes.
coaching, right? To privates, which is fine.
Right.
But we have to recruit our own kids to stay
You have to.
around.
A lot
And
of
give them
people feel like
reason.
they don't have to though.
Yeah, and they feel like they
should
can't
be going
get
to.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. It's like my students should never feel like they have to go somewhere to get something.
Right. Exactly. I'm
You see
with
what I
you.
mean?
I do.
Like, so if my neighborhood school has that, why am I spending money to go do it?
Unless
Now, you don't get the
unless we're
guys-
not giving them what they need.
Exactly.
And I
exactly.
understand that.
And so
That's
you
real
may
talk.
get guys with the legacy and the tradition and the
Yeah.
dad went there and grandfather. That's fine. Those are exceptions to the rule.
True.
But no family should be, okay, everybody got what they want in this community. He's really good at football. Let's go pay for him to do it somewhere else.
Right. Right. And I understand that, man. And football is huge. It's about the community. It ties everything together to
Yes,
me.
absolutely.
And it gives kids a chance to be a part of something that
Yeah.
they really wouldn't be a part of.
It's established the discipline.
Real talk.
It gets you connected to your faith.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's a lot.
it's a really great tool, and you can make a lot of money if you do it right.
No cap. No cap. So I know we went from high school.
Yes,
How did your transition go from St. Mary's to Lindenwood, right?
Lindenwood. Yeah, I went from St. Mary's to Lindenwood. I'm telling you, just doing the Lord's work.
I understand, man. He just guided me.
Coach
Just follow.
Dusty, yes, Coach Dusty Walker. He's the offensive coordinator at Lindenwood.
Okay.
They come in from Sioux Falls. He played arena ball. Now I
Yeah.
recognize his name,
Okay.
but because I coached against him. I was
Alright.
at Nebraska and coached against him at Sioux Falls.
Nice.
And he just texted me, hey, stop by in the area, see if you got some guys. I'm looking at the name like, okay, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. He walks in and you see the picture of the River City Rage.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, you play arena ball? I said, yeah. He said, I do too. I play for the Storm.
Oh wow.
That's how I know you. That's,
There you
and then
go.
I was like, I coached at Nebraska Danger. We played you. He's like, oh, small world. So we just sitting there,
Chopping it up.
chopping it up.
All right.
And that grew to me doing a clinic. They had a coaching clinic.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a small world. Mac Brown, my college head coach was Sam Brown at Jewel.
All right.
His son is Mac Brown, who was coaching at, I think, Missouri State at the time.
Wow.
Well, he got the job at the New York Jets.
Okay.
So he was supposed to speak at that clinic. He had to leave on Tuesday. Coach Adnema calls me on Wednesday and it's like, hey, you want to speak at our clinic?
Oh,
We need an
wow.
offensive guy. I was already prepared for a clinic talk. This is Wednesday. The clinic's on Saturday.
Oh wow.
I already had one made up because I did one at St. Mary's just for the local coaches.
Oh wow. So you
You see how this works?
so you ready?
So I'm ready. I get there.
So
Boom,
God
feel
got
it.
you ready to go before you even go.
My daughter had a softball game or practice. I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I can do it, but I'm gonna have to bring my daughter. Is that okay? They said, oh, that's fine.
Nice.
So I did. I spoke at the clinic. Coach of Walker was in there listening. He's like, oh man, this guy pretty much know what he's
his stuff.
talking about, right? My daughter sitting out there in the lobby talking to Coach Stugart.
Oh wow.
He got a daughter the same age as my daughter, who's an athlete, right?
Wow.
Went to Francis Howell Central, right?
Yeah,
Plays basketball at Maryville, right?
Uh-huh.
So he thought that was pretty cool that I'm still including family along with handling
Definitely.
my business.
That's
And
tough.
so when they was like any opportunity that they can hire another guy, they didn't tell me that at the time.
Oh, they was just already
know,
thinking about it.
They was always thinking about it. So
nice.
an opportunity came up, and I always wanted to coach college anyway. I think that's the perfect level for me.
Yeah, definitely.
I never wanted to be a high school head coach, but Coach Pingle was like, Scott was like, hey, you want to get into college, man, you probably need to be a head coach.
Nice.
And so I did that, and shout out to Mike England
Yeah.
for calling me and that, for the St. Mary's job. But, I I always thought my first job was gonna be in a small city, small, state,
Yeah, makes sense.
NAIA. That's how you get into college,
Yeah.
right?
Work your way up from the bottom.
And so when Lindenwood called, I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't even think about Lindenwood. I'm
Right.
waiting another 4 years. My son, our youngest son got to get through high school first.
Right. Makes sense. That's awesome.
I don't have to
man.
move my house. I don't have to do none of that.
And still do the things you love.
And boom,
still in your city.
still in my city.
And you know everybody in the city.
I don't know everybody.
Come on, man. You know a lot of people.
I do.
Which is good though. You grew up in the city.
I grew up.
And the
yes.
coach here, no kids, and you in the community.
Yes.
As a coach or a recruiter, you could talk about the Matthew Dickies and the Cowboys and the Mid Rivers, and
Yeah.
so that's another good thing for Lindenwood College to
Yes.
be able to get guys to recruit as a local guy. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it was helpful for us.
That's good, man.
It was helpful
So
for us.
tell the people that don't know, what do you coach in college? What positions or what was your college? What you coaching up?
So I got to Lindenwood. I was coaching running backs.
All right.
Never coached running backs in my life.
Hey,
Imagine that.
Real facts.
But then I moved to quarterbacks.
Okay.
I studied quarterbacks, so
Yeah.
I coach quarterbacks. As being an offensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
that's the easiest position to coach while being the coordinator.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And William Jewell right now, I coach quarterbacks and offensive coordinators.
Nice, man. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, but I like receivers too, though. I like
hold
coaching
up,
receivers.
but you started off on defense.
I started
your
off,
career.
man. Right, I started off on defense, but that helped because I
Yes.
know the defensive leverage. I know their eyes. I know the techniques they're getting taught.
Right.
I know what they're in, so I know how to beat that.
Know what you're looking for.
Yes.
Man. Bethany, man.
No cap.
No cap, bro. And I'm glad you said that, because that's going to bring us to this segment of the show that I've never done before.
Okay.
We're going to go through, I'm going to ask you 3 or 4 questions. I just want you to tell me if it's cap or no cap.
All right.
All right? You ready for this?
I think I am.
You think you're ready?
Cap.
All right, here we go. The Kansas City Chiefs will repeat, 3-peat Super Bowl champs.
Cap.
Cap?
Cap.
Ooh, that's a good one to start off, baby.
Cap, man.
Huh? I say no cap. All right.
They gonna do it 3 times.
Hey,
You got
man.
a Lamar Jackson jersey.
This
on
my
us.
guy, though. This my guy, though.
And they just got.
Yeah. Ooh,
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that might be cap.
They was number 1, man.
Yeah, that might be cap. I might be chasing.
What are you doing?
That might be cap.
You just doing it because it's Missouri, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But all right, here we go. Let me see. This is a basketball question.
Okay.
The Lakers gonna win the title this year. They the best team in the NBA. Is that cap or no cap?
That's cap, man.
I think it's cap too, man. I just don't.
That's
and
cap.
shout out to JT, man, Jason Tatum, man. But I think it's cap.
I think Jason need to get one this year.
All right, man. And that's my last cap.
That's your last one? I
Yeah,
thought you had 3.
I did have
You
3,
can't
but I
pick
changed my
another
mind because you just threw me for a loop.
What?
I don't know, man. We gonna keep it right there.
Give me a St. Louis cap.
St. Louis cap. All right, here we go. CBC gonna win state next year.
Ooh.
Cap or no cap.
Ooh.
And I ain't trying to be mean, but
Ooh.
let's see where we at.
I don't think that's fair.
That ain't fair.
Can I even speak on that?
No, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We gonna end it on that. This is no cap.
no.
It's no cap. I'm trying to have those guys on the show. So
Yeah.
shout out to Scott Pinko. That's why I said that.
Absolutely.
But, Coach,
Yeah.
appreciate you being on the show, man.
Oh,
Much
yeah.
love, bro.
All love.
And next, we gonna have you back, man. When your
yeah.
season starts, we're gonna have you back, and you gotta give us some things going on down at William and Jewel. Appreciate that.
No joke.
But now it's time
I seen
to
this
do
before.
our dance.
What'd you say?
baby.
No cap?
No
No cap.
no cap. No cap. No cap.
No, I ain't playing with 'em. No, I ain't